we go. Hey, hello everybody. This is Solus44 and welcome back to another episode of Galactic Chicken Solo Play. I'm trying to take a look at if I can show you. There it is. Last episode we were talking about making a distillation tower so that we can get to bitumen. And bitumen is actually made in the distillation tower. I did confirm that. However, you can't find everything in JEI all the time. Pretty close, but not quite. But yes, it is confirmed to be made. I wanted to go ahead and build this off camera. I spent almost a whole episode, well, half an episode, building most of this thing in a compact machine and found out it wouldn't go inside the compact machine because it was too big. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at what I'm getting here. So here's how the setup works. I built the multi-block structure. It got to the top, and the way I was building it was really slow before. What I needed to do was just make the pipe all the way to the top, take the sheet metal all the way to the top, then just surround it at each level with the slab scaffoldings. Then you right click on it with the hammer. I generally try to do that around the area where the redstone block, engineering block is, which is what this is here. I added a wireless networking area over here because I'm in the middle of the town, which is what I'm going to start using for immersive engineering anyway, and I'm going to convert the whole town over into like an old timer village that is in the... Actually, I want to upgrade the village to the Steel Age, to the Iron Age. Oh, well, it's raining at night, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and sleep. I left a bed over here. Sleep charm for the win. Good deal. Alright, so I have the oil going into the grid. I added a fluid monitor over here so that way I could look at it. The oil is going up, but it's also going down because it's being processed all at once. I do want to be able to place a lever to turn that off. So let's go ahead and lever. I could do a wireless thing. I could do something creative to turn it off from a distance. But I decided to go ahead and use the input and output of this wireless network grid here to... Let's turn this. There. Off. Now it stops. And it's going to drain out. Now, let me explain how this works, because I know it's kind of funky. The grid is exporting oil that is being imported into it in that compact machine from that pump jack. That oil is then exported with this exporter in a fluid type mode. You just take a bucket of oil from your grid and you can then click it on the exporter and it will then export into the blue slot, which is the blue slot or spot. That is the import spot. And so it fills the entire tank with oil. The distillation tower will then process it into 3 different fluids and it'll output bitumen. The output of the bitumen is this. There's a hole right here, and I put a black hole unit in front of it, which now has 532 bitumen. I attached an external storage to it with the item type of items. Okay, so now I have 532 bitumen, and boom, there it is, bitumen. That bitumen then, along with these 3 fluids, the 3 fluids you're going to get are lubricant, diesel, and gasoline. Now, it's kind of tricky what I did, but I just reused the immersive engineering fluid pipes off of the actual distillation tower. Now, what happens is this. As this gets processed, you're going to get 3 fluids building up. The output of this piece here, and this is important, the very, very top layer is what's going to come out. So every time you use a tank, it's going to fill up with the different one. But now that it's off, you're not going to see it, but I'm going to turn it back on so you can watch it process a little bit. And those can be used for fuel. The lubricant is special. It's used differently. You can see now it's got 2 layers. And lubricant's being put in there. Eventually the diesel will start going in there, and then the gasoline will go in there. One will override the other, basically. So right now, lubricant is going down. So in theory, this should all work just fine. The diesel will increase until the lubricant is gone, and then the diesel will go away, then the gasoline will go, and etc. See, now the diesel is going in, the lubricant's going up. The gasoline is so small that you'll see it only come every once in a while as the rest of them outpace it. Now the diesel is useful for a diesel generator. There specifically is a diesel generator in this mod pack, in that mod, and we're going to find a use for it. I'm not going to just make the stuff and have it sit. And I'm going to let that run. Eventually what's going to happen is the oil is going to run out. As you can see, amount of diesel there. Now amount of diesel. Now it's going to wait, and then it's going to come back. You see. So I'm going to get gasoline, diesel, lubricant. And those are all external storages in the fluid mode. There you go. So that's the distillation tower, and that's bitumen. Super quick, easy. Now you can climb this. I don't know why you would, but you could. If you don't have flight and things, you can climb your towers. Pretty cool. Scaffolding in general is able to be climbed. It looks like these are engineers. Are you guys happy with my building work? You like it? It's pretty cool, right? I think it's neat. You happy? You got hurt. So there you go. Alright, so now that we have bitumen, what can we do with bitumen? We can make asphalt concrete. It looks like we can use slag to make 12, or you can use sand to make 8. So it's more efficient to use the slag, and it looks like slag cross-references over between the two, which is excellent news. But now we have that process done. We now have two fluids that we can look at right here. And you're going to see this going back and forth because of it working, and you're going to see the gasoline. You see the gasoline is now going up. When that runs out, it'll start increasing lubricant, etc. The lubricant is useful for more machines. So let's take a look what lubricant does. There's the lubricant. Once again, JEI is not able to tell you what it's for. There's a lubricant can. So that tells me that lubricant's useful. What's this? Automatic lubricator. So it looks like there's a machine that needs this. And I guess you would be pumping the lubricant into the automatic lubricator. And then that is going to be attached to something else from Immersive Petroleum. Let's take a look. Lubricant. There's a whole section on lubricant. It will, nobody's machines are perfect, not even your own. Inevitable friction between parts. Lubricant comes in to ensure a connected machine will run at full throttle. 1.25% its base speed. Pump jacks, excavators, and crushers can all be lubricated. Lubricant is the most effective, but plant oil works. That's cool. Once the can is full, simply right-click on a valid block. So that's for manually doing it. Iron golems may also be lubricated, healing them and temporary. Oh wow, that's kind of cool. You can increase the strength of your iron golems lubricant as well by spraying them with a chemical thrower, which I won't be doing a chemical thrower, but that's still kind of cool. Let's go back to automatic lubricator. Manually applying lubricant to machines is tiring. Yes, you're right. I'm not doing that. Once you attach to a machine, the point to it when attached to highlighted. Oh. Well, let's make an automatic lubricator just because I want to do that, and I've never done it. I can already tell you that crafting it's going to be no problem. Let's say we want to have a few of them, though, you know. Who knows? Maybe I want to have 10 lubricated items. I'm thinking at least a couple. Let's just give it a shot. We'll put the materials away, and we're going to go ahead and... the oil, I'm going to put it back inside the grid. It will just right click on a bucket full of a fluid inside of a fluid grid, and if you have fluid storage, it'll go in there, leaving you with the bucket. All right, let's go lubricator. Give me one of those. I'm going to lubricate the pump jack inside that machine. And now in order to do that, what's inside that machine? Let me remember. Just an ender tank. Well, let's do another ender tank. And export. And some dye. Let's go ahead and go with brown for some of it, and then I wish there was a light brown. Black. Let's go with black dye as well. Black floral flower. Give me that. I could use ink, I suppose. There we go. And I'm going to need a diamond. I know I'm doing this probably not the most efficient way, but it's going to work for me. All right, so here we go. We're going to let's work on this. This is going to be kind of weird. Let's go ahead and go in here. And now this is oil. Right, no, this is the oil. And you can see it going in and out because it's going in and out of the grid. This is going to be the, we'll just do that right here. And I'm going to dye it brown, brown, black. Okay, now this one right here has already been dyed. We're gonna dye the last piece of it to a different color, and that's gonna switch it from oil to this one right here. So now they're the same. Let's go ahead and make it mine, and then I'm gonna put export, exporter. I love this exporter because you can use it for both fluids and items. And in fact, we need to switch it to fluids. And now this is tangled with this one. I don't know what else to say it is, but that's what it is. Let's go ahead and get out. I forgot to grab something. I forgot to grab a bucket of lubricant. Rip. Let's do that real quick. Lubricant. There's not a whole lot of lubricant yet. It's working on it. And we'll go back inside. And we're going to tell it export lubricant into this tank. It's going to fill this tank up. I think you can use lubricant on a lot of machines. It sounds like it is, but I know for sure we're going to use it on, let's get some fluid conduit just in case. Just in case I can't export from the tank, just direct into this here. Let's drop off that lubricant. Let's go inside and oil this pump jack and see if we can make it run faster. Looks like it's pretty quick to me. Where did it say they need to place this thing? It just says when placed correctly. Once you attach, the point where it must be attached is highlighted while holding it. Well, there we go. Look at that. I'm going to say you need to break the pipe. Okay, well, that's kind of janky, but whatever. Boop. Alright, it keeps working. That's cool. That's super cool. Alright, I have a lubricant tank. And that's the input of the tank right there. So I bet I can. I don't even need to use pipe. Just go like this. And now I'm going to turn it, and it's going to autofill. There you go. And so is that going to go faster now? Can I tell? Can't tell. Still looks really cool. That's my first time I've ever done that. So, hey, there we go. That's not too hard. Oh, you can kind of see the lubricant now dripping. That's neat. All right. And we're out. Oh no. We're still not able to keep up with the oil, but that's good, I guess. Let's go ahead and leave here and check and see how we're doing. The idea for me is that the black hole tank is a buffer for the Oil. I'm going to need a lot of oil. I might need to do more than one of these pump jacks. But it looks like it's still not able to keep up. Let's check and see how this is doing. Well, it looks like it's really working. Look at that flash. Oh, it did. It actually outpaced the oil, which is kind of what I expected to happen. The lubricant's going to go up, then back down because it's being import-exported. The diesel is just going to continually climb, and the gasoline is going to continue to climb as well. As far as power goes, yeah, I told you guys before that power goes on the top on these little spots, but apparently, as long as it's attached to the block, this is, you can see, kind of buffering back and forth because it's filling with oil and leaving. So that's kind of cool. And I'm just continually accumulating bitumen. Now, what do we want to do? We want to find out what we can do with diesel. I'm going to say that's another thing we can look at. And we might be able to have time to do that during this episode. So let's go with diesel. D-E-I? Or is it D-I-E? I before E? Yeah. Diesel. Alright, diesel is actually a thing we can look at. Biodiesel, no. Diesel. There we go. Yeah, you got a boiler. Okay. That steam. Uh-oh. Looks like we're going to be going back over there to that steam turbine I was going to make a long time ago. Yep. 10 heat per tick. 10 heat. 10 total heat. Generates heat. It just generates heat. You can burn it in a compression dynamo. That's actually really cool. So I could use it to make 800,000 RF, which is, that's per bucket. A combustion generator. That is not. One bucket of that, and you get. That doesn't actually seem worth it to me. Matter of fact, that seems kind of janky, but that's micro infinity per tick was what that means. And you could put it in a chemical thrower, I bet. Yeah, there's your mining drill. So if you wanted to make an immersive engineering mining drill, you could do that. Or the chemical thrower, which is kind of cool, or you could just store it in a black hole tank. The chemical thrower is something that you can do for fun. It is open and available on the server, so go for it if you want to get on there and spill out biodiesel and diesel all over the ground. If that's something you'd like to do, go for it. So I can burn it and make heat. Now, that will bring me back to over here. This is my nuclear, I guess you call it nuclear reactor. It's just a reactor in general. It is producing cyanide, which is then converted into plutonium, and that is going back into the reactor to fuel it. I have it turned on right now, which is interesting. And but it can produce heat. Not a lot of heat. So I'm wondering, I mean quite a bit, but I'm wondering if I should go ahead and make the boiler over here, have the steam put into a steam turbine over there. What do you think? I think that's a decent idea. What else do we have that we can do? Let's see. So that's all the oil processing. What's napalm? Napalm is an extremely flammable substance that can be mixed in the mixer using gasoline and 3 measures of aluminum grit. Aluminum grit, I believe, is just ground up aluminum. And you can use it in the chemical thrower. Alright, and then what's so special about this again? See, look, now it tells me I can make the bitumen in the distillation tower if I look up the asphalt concrete. So highway material. Yeah, I'll be using that a lot coming up real soon here. Is there another? Oh, it's just 2 different patterns. Okay, that's cool. So there's that. There's the motorboat, which I've had issues with. I'm not going to play with it. A fluid reservoir, not worried about that. We have plenty of things for that. Let's go into immersive technology here. Distiller. Okay. I might not get into a whole lot of these. I might check out this alternator. The alternator is a multiplexer that transforms kinetic energy into electricity. It's built as shown above and formed by using the hammer. To work, it needs a kinetic energy generator connected to it. Steam turbine. The kinetic energy input is at the back of the machine where okay. The machine produces a lot of flux, 12,288 flux per tick. Depending on the speed, the alternator can store up to a lot, outputting at 2,000 per port. Wow, that's, oh yes. Oh, so if you're ever on the server, go ahead and come check it out. I have one of these built, and there's a lot of visual issues with it. It doesn't form and stay formed properly, and so I will not be doing that, unfortunately. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this episode a little short when I'm going to probably use gasoline and diesel to burn, especially diesel. I'm going to make this boiler. Can I use other things in the boiler? I mean, you got biodiesel, gasoline, and diesel. So I'm going to burn diesel and gasoline inside this boiler. So let's go ahead and make the boiler. Let's just do the boiler. Let's do the boiler. Boiler. There we go. Right? Alright, so now that the movie is playing, I will then put it in here. Voila. And now it should give me a projection. Alright, where do we want the boiler to go? It's going to be a big thing, so let's see. Let's get away from the city a little bit and take a look. Now, we're going to be moving the steam wirelessly through the air, you know, kind of like with tanks anyway, so it's not a big deal. But where would you put a boiler if you were in a city like this? I'm going to make a big water tower over there, I think. Let's say we do a boiler back here. Yeah, let's do that. So let's clear this area out real quick. This thing is acting funny with this hologram holding on. I'm asking Minecraft to do too much right now. So let's spin this thing around and place it right here. All right, let's get to going before I run out of time here. Pipe. All right, we need pipe. We're gonna need pipe, and we're gonna need scaffolding. All right, let's do the right thing. I always do this. I always fail to look this up here. We're gonna need steel scaffolding, redstone engineer, heavy engineer, and iron sheet metal. Iron sheet metal. So let's go sheet. Oops. Wow, we used up all the iron sheet metal on that distillation tower. That's crazy. I don't think I'll need any more than that. Engineer blocks. I'm just going to grab them all. Might as well. And that's enough. Alright, let's get building. I didn't grab the scaffolding today. I don't need the book in my hand anymore. I'm going to get another pick because I don't like the speed of this pick. Oops, I'm going to leave it. I might need it for the next layer. Alright, boo. Oh, misplaced. Well, that would have been cool. Would have been a good guess. I've never made this steam turbine, so this is all new to me. Shouldn't be too bad. Let's go to, and there. That's it. Alright, let's get this hammer going. I've built them all. Oh, there it is. I don't like the way the hammer works with these multi-block structures. There's always a problem, but whatever. Okay, so this is going to be an input, and this is going to be an input. I'm going to assume that a sink will provide enough water, because sinks are the best water source in all of modded Minecraft. At least that's from my experience. So let's go ahead and do that. We're putting a conduit on here. We're going to say extract, always active, like this. And then I'm always going to switch it to insert, always active, just to kind of do that. So it says it's empty. We're going to give it some power. So once again, we're rich. Just use points from Flux. That's not good. I'm hoping I can make this without having to attach it to the big old turbine. I really am, because something tells me I'm going to have the problem. Is there a power location? It didn't take any fluid in either. Oh, I can see. Alright, so this is going to be the fuel input side. And then we'll just do another one on this side instead then. It's no problems, no worries. The worry is going to come from where can we put power in. Once again, extract, always active. And then we're getting fluid. Not super fast, but I'm hoping it's fast enough to keep up. Now, this is designed to attach right here with if I have to, I'll build a big old structure that attaches to this. But I'm hoping I don't have to. Please tell me I don't have to make that big old thing, because I had a hard time with it. It says it's a multi-block structure that uses fluid fuel. Yeah, we're going to do that. And then it was built. Okay. Applying a redstone signal on the front will halt the machine's progress. It can be in the hatch with the orange dot at the top serves as a... Hey, so I'm thinking it burns the fuel. This is going to be good. So let's go ahead and use another ender tank setup maybe. 2 of those. And what color we should do these? I think yellow. Let's do yellow. Yellow dye will work. And we're going to just go straight yellow all the way across. Hope I can get this done before I run out of time. It's really cool if it doesn't need anything but the fuel I pump into it, then that's even better. Alright, get this stuff put away so that we have room to move. And I think steam is going to be a thing. I just put my diamond away, didn't I? Okay there, Speed Demon. Alright, good deal. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to slow down, take a deep breath, get her done. Okay. Now, I'll just take it from the top. Like this, extract, insert, done. I don't have a whole lot of ender tanks. Obviously, I just now created that pattern in the last couple episodes. So this is good. I don't have the computer constantly looking around to find out where everything is. Let's go both diesel and gas. I don't really have a use for them. I'm not going to use them. I'm definitely not going to use them for fuel. So let's go ahead and tell it, hey, just go ahead and start pulling. So up, extract, extract. There we go. And this should go into the boiler. Oh, it's making noise. Can you hear it? That's cool. Alright, it's generating heat. I don't know if it has to like warm up till it starts producing steam, or if it's just going to start, because this is the output right here. Taking about 600 seconds to fully cool down before working temperature. If disabled or not fed enough fuel, the structure will slowly cool down. Wow, it's getting louder and louder. Oh boy. Is it going to explode? Let's create a buffer. There it goes, it's taking steam. Fantastic. Cool. Is it very fast? I'm gonna say no. But, so as in with all things in Minecraft, there's the ability to scale. And when I say scale, what I mean is, just because there's one of these doesn't mean I can't have 5 or 6. You know, whatever I need to do. So if I'm trying to produce a very large amount of oil, I could have pump jacks all over the world pumping in oil. It's no different than in real life as far as that goes. And that's my recommendation if you're really looking forward to getting it. So we have steam. Steam is now being gathered in this tank. I will obviously use that tank as a buffer and be exporting that steam into a steam turbine over in there. So using Immersive Petroleum and Immersive Engineering, we are going to get the steam that's going to be used for a steam turbine from extreme reactors. It's just going to add in to the amount of stuff going into extreme reactors, because I'm going to be turning that reactor that's already there into a steam boiler as well. And I'll probably do that on a totally different episode. So, looking forward to the next episode, I'm going to take a look at some other things from Immersive Engineering. We're not going to go do the steam turbine right away. We just ran to the end of a series of things. Now we have bitumen, all we want, which we can then now make roads. This can all become asphalt. And I will use an exchanger probably and just exchange out the pathing for asphalt. And hopefully we don't run into too many baddies like that. Better sleep. Yep, better sleep. There he goes. He should be cooking. And yeah, we're going to redo this village. We're going to turn it into an immersive village, so to speak. Say hey, Bob. So anyway, this is Solus44. Thanks for stopping by. You have a great day. I appreciate everything. Check out Galactic Chickens. It's on the Twitch launcher. Also, I'll be doing a series on all of Fabric 3, a 1.16 version of modded Minecraft for Fabric. Very smooth. Highly recommend it. A lot of mod authors on there. Really cool people. But yeah, take care. Bye-bye. Have a good one now.